Manual fire alarm boxes. Semi-annual inspection, you want to check the location and mounting, securely mounted, not obstructed. A lot of people like to put equipment, furniture, plants, all kinds of stuff in front of manual stations. We don't want those. We want those nice and visible so people can see them. No physical damage. For extinguishing systems, they have to be readily accessible, accurately identified, and protected to prevent damage. Accurately identified is very important. We want to make sure that people know what that pull station is for and what it can release. Annual tests actually pull the lever. Just actually looking at the detector or the manual fire alarm pull station. Just looking at it is not enough. You actually have to pull the handles. I've seen the handles actually break off in my hand before, or pull the whole pull station out of the wall, or it just not function at all. So opening with a key to operate the switch is not a sufficient test. A lot of people would just open the box and with the key, not pull the handle. That is not a sufficient test. Notification appliances, everybody's favorite. Semi-annual inspection, you want to verify the location of devices, make sure they're not obstructed. Inspect the condition of the device. Make sure in certain conditions the lens can yellow out. It can be full of water, full of bugs, all kinds of different things. So we want to inspect those to make sure the device is not obstructed. Notification appliances, the audible portion, annual operation test, the horns, bells, speakers, we want to make sure they function. On initial acceptance and reacceptance testing, we want to measure throughout the protected area for the occupied spaces. We want to measure with a sound level meter. We never want the audibles to get above 120 decibels. If we have a voice system, we want to make sure the voice messages are distinguishable and understandable. In public mode, we want to be greater than 15 decibels above average ambient level. And in private mode, we want to be greater than 10 decibels above average ambient level. The visual appliances, we want to make sure that it functions, make sure that each device flashes. For acceptance and reacceptance testing, we want to make sure it functions and verify floor plan changes do not affect layout. We don't want a strobe hidden behind something that you can't see the strobe, kind of defeats the purpose. We want to make sure the Candela rating matches the approved drawings. The Candela rating should be right there on the drawings next to the strobe. Emergency control functions need to be tested annually. We need to test the fire alarm interface for smoke control, elevator control, door releases, fire and damper and shutter closures, suppression and sprinkler systems, and the control output modules for such things as door release and elevator recall. Designing for a fire alarm service, specific intelligent systems for more, the reason you would want these type of systems is there's more information of system status. It's easier to troubleshoot. We have a rolling history that we can actually look into the panel and help us with troubleshooting, and a lot more capabilities within this, the intelligent systems. Locations of detectors is everything. Avoid areas where false detection is likely. We don't want to put a smoke detector over a deep sink or over a kitchen operation. Specify the right type for the environment. Keep detectors accessible. Nothing worse than a detector 60 feet in the air that you'll never be able to get to without a lot of scaffold or lift to service that detector. Specify air sampling detections. If you have a 60-foot ceiling, it might be a good idea to use some type of beam detector or OSID detector or a VESDA for hard-to-reach locations, ducts and elevator shafts for fewer false alarms. Fire system lifespan. When is it time to replace? Well, it depends. Is the product still available? Manufacturers these days are doing very well with backward compatibility of devices. So if you do have to upgrade your system, you don't necessarily have to replace everything. Absolute Raw Materials, UL 864 9th edition, effective December 2008. And the end of manufacturer support. Maybe the manufacturer doesn't support that. Maybe you can't buy parts and pieces. We know that these things, they can have components fail. Have your needs changed? Has your building space changed? Do you need more advanced features or addressable devices? And again, that's it for my presentation over the inspection and testing and maintenance of fire protection systems. Thank you for your time.